Every cloud has a silver lining.
We back with the gang again. We pull up, we shot at this motherfucking friends. We pull up the motherfucking Uzi again. We shoot at that man, we shot at his head. Can't fuck with that gang.
Calls for 911 as she's brought to the emergency room where we are now. At examination, BT told doctors something about pickles. It wasn't coherent because she was slurring her words. They weren't exactly sure what happened, but there's several clues as to what could be happening because she smells like pickles, and a blood test reveals that she has acute hypernatremia. Hyper meaning high. Natri referring to sodium, or more formally natrium, is shown by its symbol on the periodic table of elements. And emia meaning presence in blood. High sodium presence in blood. Acute, meaning that there were no underlying problems that are leading to this issue aside from the 1 gallon of pickles inside her body at the moment, which brings us to the first clue. Pickles are high in sodium. That 1 gallon that BT ate has at least 20 grams of sodium in just pickles alone, not counting the pickle juice that she drank. If the juice has the same sodium content as the small pickle juicer bottles, then the juice alone could be around 10 to 15 grams of sodium. But this brings us to the difference between sodium and salt. Table salt is usually sodium chloride. That's a chemical solid made of sodium and chloride. The reason why this is important is because baking soda, which doesn't really taste salty, can also cause hypernatremia because it's sodium bicarbonate. If BT packed around 30 grams of sodium into her body during the gallon pickle mukbang, then it's like she ate 78 grams of table salt. This is a problem because 40 grams of table salt can be lethal, as doctors see BT quickly start to lose consciousness and have a seizure. The medical team notes that BT doesn't respond when they call her name. She's still breathing, but she doesn't respond to pain. Her muscles seem stiff, but when they shine a light into her eyes, they notice that her pupils do respond. All of this meaning that something is happening to her brain, but why? This brings us back to hypernatremia, high sodium presence in blood. If a potentially lethal dose of sodium went into her body, then that should explain it, but is that real? She had watery stools for hours, meaning that there was a net flow out of her body. So wouldn't the sodium have exited her body there? Maybe. You see, the interesting thing about sodium out of her body. So wouldn't the sodium have exited her body there? Maybe. You see, the interesting thing
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. This violinist developed a case where he couldn't stop shaking while he played. As a result, he had brain surgery to stop his shaking. The doctors asked him to play the violin during surgery to figure out the cause of his shaking.
You see, because Roger's tremor was so small, it would be difficult for Dr. Lee and his team to tell if the electrodes they were implanting were in the best possible place to stop the tremor.
The surgery was successful, and his shaking has disappeared. These gorillas at a zoo were afraid of the rain and decided to go inside.
Cage is making a run for it.
These are healthy chips. They're low calorie. Yeah, but low calorie don't mean no calorie.
Yeah, the title's not clickbait. I got banned on TikTok, which is shocking because I've always been considered a family-friendly content creator, so I don't know why I wouldn't be welcomed over there at Weenie Hut Jr. What did I get banned for, you're probably wondering? Well, for random video game highlights from streams. They would get struck down for nudity, sexual conduct, and sometimes terrorism. So I guess me building a maze in Rust is akin to modern terrorism. And to be honest, I can see it. Like, that almost makes sense to me. That thing that I built in Rust, that maze was unholy. It was an abomination. Probably a violation of the Geneva Convention. So that getting taken down for terrorism, you know what? That's fine. I'll give you that one. But then the other ones, like nudity and sexual conduct, were going on completely random ones, like highlights from playing Call of Duty or something. Like, I know one of them was for Mr. Krabs overdoses and dies on ketamine. It was all over the place for nudity and sexual conduct, which were never there. The most surprising thing about that in particular was learning that TikTok even has a rule against sexual content. That is the most unenforced rule since the no talking in the library rule, or jaywalking. Nobody is following that. That is the most popular content on TikTok. Most of the most popular content on TikTok is sexual content. You have the biggest content on there being people twerking their ass at the camera while modern pop music plays, and they're wearing like a spaghetti noodle in between their stinky cheeks, wet t-shirts. Like, the most
The fuck? Yo, my MacBook. My MacBook's bugging. What the fuck?
Yeah, the title's not clickbait. I got banned on TikTok. And sexual conduct, which were never there. The most surprising thing about that in particular was learning that TikTok even has a rule against sexual content. That is the most unenforced rule since the no talking in the library rule, or jaywalking. Nobody is following that. That is the most popular content on TikTok. Most of the most popular content on TikTok is sexual content. You have the biggest content on there being people twerking their ass at the camera while modern pop music plays, and they're wearing like a spaghetti noodle in between their stinky cheeks, wet t-shirts. Like, the most popular shit on there is shit for kids to jerk their little meat to. That's where TikTok's making most of their money. So I was just absolutely blown away to learn that they actually have a rule against sexual content there, because they're definitely not following it. The execs up there, they must be too busy getting a little too wild on their skin flutes to bother enforcing that. But anyway, my channel didn't have anything sexual on it at all. Aaron and I made sure of it. It was squeaky clean, played by all the rules. It was like going to church. That shit was abiding by all 10 commandments. There was nothing that went against the grain in there that was like controversial or wouldn't be welcomed on TikTok. It was fucking mostly video game highlights from streams. And it was coming up on 1 million followers and then just gets blasted out of nowhere, banished to the Shadow Realm by TikTok for no fucking reason. So yeah, I'm a little pissed and I just wanted to talk about it. So all of the short content I do from now on will be on the Huge Charles YouTube channel. I'll link that below in the description. I've talked about it before, but that's going to be where all of that lives now since the TikTok is gone and probably not coming back. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, definitely check it out. Going to be really active over there. I just still can't believe that it actually got banned. I imagine it has to be extremely hard to get banned on TikTok. They had the whole devious lick challenge go on for like a month too, where people were just openly committing crimes on their platform, getting hundreds of millions of views per video, and they didn't do shit about that until they were absolutely forced to act on it. And yet for some reason, for my account, it's like, well, we gotta take it down now before he becomes too powerful by playing these video games. Which, I mean, Nikita. To be fair, I am perhaps one of the most intimidating gamers to ever step foot in the gaming Thunderdome, but I wouldn't necessarily call myself a gaming terrorist. So I definitely think it's a bunch of fucking baloney that my TikTok account was banned. This is the first time I've been banned from anything in my adult life. Now, of course, when I was a kid, you know, you want to get a little wacky with the boys, and you go on Club Penguin and you say fuck, or you say bitch, and you get banned. But other than that, well, and on RuneScape, I also got banned when I was a kid for scamming some stupid idiots. Like, they fucking fell for it. I don't remember. Oh, I remember the scam where you would swap. What was it? You would swap armor at the last second. You'd go from rune to myth, and back then they couldn't tell the difference if they weren't reading it, so you just quickly make a swap and you'd be able to scam them pretty easily. So I got banned on there too. So I guess back when I was a kid, I was kind of a bit of a bad boy. Now that I think about it, but since then I've learned my lesson. All right, I'm not as rebellious as I was. I follow the rules, and it's really upsetting that I got banned even when following the rules to a goddamn T. TikTok doesn't follow their own rules, you know, and for some reason I get slapped for it. I also got banned on Xbox Live once as well when I was a kid, now that I think about it. I don't remember what that was for. It took me like 10 minutes, but I finally remembered. It was back when I was still doing glitch videos on YouTube, and I used them in a Call of Duty 4 game once, and the lobby got real mad at me, and they reported me. I didn't get banned from Xbox Live. I believe I got banned from just Call of Duty 4. So, if I'm remembering correctly, it wasn't like a blanket across Xbox Live. Yes, yeah, so, I mean, young Charlie, I mean, that guy, he was like wearing fucking leather jacket and chain like he was a scary biker. Current Charlie, hey, this guy's like the hall monitor. He's making sure everyone's in line, goddammit. Like, I'm following rules, and I'm still getting punished for it by TikTok. I don't know why. I just wanted to talk about it because it's pretty fucking upsetting. That's about it. See ya.
Hi. 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 Hi.
No, I don't want to go! No! No!
Refais.
Mec!
His feet are in the ground. Look.
Like the video and subscribe right now for a
Yeah, I think he got him. He got him! Oh, he got him.
What?
So the other day someone sent me a video on Instagram of what has to be one of the most ignorant people we've seen this year, and that's saying a lot on this channel because we sure do cover some of the biggest idiots to grace this planet Earth. As most of you probably know, here in America, a lot of businesses are struggling to find employees, especially when it comes to the food service industry, and even more specifically when you're talking about fast food workers. We've all seen the promotional offers they're running at McDonald's and all these other establishments all around the country, offering free iPhones if you can work for more than 6 months, cash bonuses just for signing up for the job, and overall it's safe to say that these fast food spots are desperate for damn near anyone with a pulse to work for them. And let's be honest, fast food is pretty much a job absolutely no one wants to work. The pay sucks, you're overworked, you come home every day smelling absolutely horrible, and you have to deal with hangry customers all day, most of which have little to no patience. So what I'm saying is, I understand the job sucks ass, and people really don't make it any easier by acting like getting a hamburger or a sandwich is a life or death situation. But all of that is still no reason to act the